Image Ghislaine Maxwell's sex trafficking trial in Manhattan entered its fourth week on Monday. Credit: Stephanie Keith for The New York Times. The prosecutor delivering the government's closing argument in Ghislaine Maxwell's trial on Monday delved into the testimony of Ms. Maxwell's accusers in an attempt to upend the case put on by the defense last week. As she recounted the testimony of one of the accusers, identified in court only as Jane, the prosecutor, Alison Moe, paused to revisit the defense's efforts to cast doubt on her testimony. On the witness stand, Jane had listed 5 names of women she remembered being in the room with her during sexualized group massages with Jeffrey Epstein. The defense seized on 2 of those names, Ms. Moe said, and called as witnesses 2 women with the same first name, knowing they were not the women in the massage room. They brought them down to court to try to discredit Jane. One of the women the defense subpoenaed was a former girlfriend of Mr. Epstein, Eva Anderson Dubin, who testified that she never took part in sexualized massages with Jane and other women. They also subpoenaed a woman with the first name Michelle, but she did not appear in court. Ms. Moe noted that defense lawyers never showed Jane photographs of the women. They left it really vague on purpose, Ms. Moe said. Calling these women to testify is completely meaningless, Ms. Moe said, calling it a total sideshow. She urged the jury not to be distracted. Jane was the first accuser to testify, taking the stand early in the trial, and Ms. Moe walked through her testimony during her closing argument. She weighed 90 pounds and just finished the 7th grade, Ms. Moe told jurors, describing Jane when she met the 2 at summer camp in Michigan when she was 14. They started grooming her for abuse right away, Ms. Moe said. That included spending time with Jane, buying her clothes, and an episode in which Ms. Maxwell lounged topless by the pool with the teenager, Ms. Moe added. You know that's true because you have seen Maxwell topless by the pool, too, Ms. Moe told the jurors, an apparent reference to one of the many photographs that were entered into evidence during the trial. Eventually, Ms. Moe said, Mr. Epstein took Jane into a pool house, pulled her on top of him and masturbated. Soon afterward, Ms. Moe said, Ms. Maxwell showed Jane how Mr. Epstein liked to be massaged. Those massage sessions turned into opportunities for sexual abuse, Ms. Moe said. All the while, Ms. Moe said, Ms. Maxwell was behaving in Jane's presence as if there was nothing unusual about what she was experiencing. She was trying to normalize sexual abuse, Ms. Moe said. While Mr. Epstein said that he was interested in helping girls with their education, but his interest had nothing to do with actual scholarship, Ms. Moe said, adding, to qualify, you just had to be a pretty young vulnerable girl.